What if I told you that one of the most powerful health resources we have isn't something you can buy in a store? What if it's been right under our feet this whole time, totally free for everyone? Well, today we're digging into the incredible science of barefoot walking and how reconnecting with the earth might just have a huge impact on our health. Let's get right into it.
It sounds a little wild, doesn't it? Are your shoes making you sick? I mean, we wear them for protection, but this research forces us to ask a really important question. Have our modern shoes accidentally created a disconnect, a barrier between us and the planet?
And that's really the heart of the problem we're talking about today. Our modern way of life, well, it's kind of systematically insulated us from a natural source of wellness that humanity used to be plugged into 24/7.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, that's our past. For pretty much all of human history, we were physically touching the ground. But now look at the right. That's us, today. Ever since the 1960s, we've wrapped our feet in shoes with rubber or plastic soles, and those materials are insulators. They literally block the electrical connection to the earth.
Okay, so if being disconnected is the problem, it makes sense that the solution is, well, reconnecting. This whole idea is called earthing, or sometimes grounding. And the science behind it is actually super simple, but the effects, they're pretty powerful.
So what is earthing exactly? At its core, it's disconnecting your body back to the Earth's natural electrical charge. You see, the planet's surface is just teeming with this endless supply of something called free electrons. You can almost think of the Earth as a giant rechargeable battery for our bodies.
Now, to get why that matters, let's think about it like this. Inside our bodies, we've got these things called free radicals. Imagine them as tiny little sparks that are constantly popping off. They're a normal part of life, but when you get too many of them, they start causing all sorts of damage and inflammation.
And here comes the amazing part. The Earth's free electrons act like water. When we make direct contact with the ground, it's like we're allowing that water to flow into our bodies to put out all those inflammatory sparks. The idea is that this process calms everything down.
So what's the easiest, most ancient, and most direct way to get this all happening? You guessed it, just take off your shoes. The whole idea is barefoot walking. It's the simplest way to let that natural energy from the earth flow right into you.
Okay, so that's the theory. And it sounds great, but does it actually work? Let's see what the research found, starting with two things we could all use more of: less stress and better sleep.
This is where it gets really fascinating. Researchers tracked cortisol, which is our body's main stress hormone. On the left, you can see the participants' levels before the study. They're just all over the place, totally erratic. But after 8 weeks of being grounded while they slept, look at the chart on the right. Their cortisol levels completely normalized, getting back to a healthy, natural rhythm.
And it wasn't just something they saw in the lab tests. People actually felt it. 100%. I mean, every single person in the study reported waking up feeling more rested. 93% said their sleep quality was better. Can you imagine? These numbers are just incredible.
And speaking of feeling better, let's talk about pain. Another study took a close look at what happens with inflammation after you do a really tough workout. You know that muscle soreness you feel a day or two later?
Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. The group that wasn't grounded saw their pain levels skyrocket by 172%. But the group that was grounded, their pain only went up by 28%. That is a massive difference in how they recovered.
And get this, it wasn't just a feeling of having less pain. Their bodies physically responded differently. The grounded group had way less inflammation. Their white blood cell count didn't spike like it normally would, which suggests that grounding is directly calming down the body's inflammatory reaction.
So the evidence is pretty compelling, right? You're probably thinking, okay, how do I try this? And the best part is, it couldn't be easier. Let's go through a quick and safe guide to get you started. First, just find a safe spot on a natural surface. Grass at a park, a dirt trail, or the sand at a beach are all perfect. Now this next part is key. You've got to be consistent. To really get the benefits, you need to be doing this for at least 30 minutes every single day. And after your walk, just some simple hygiene. Give your feet a good wash. Oh, and a little pro tip for the winter. Make sure to use a generous amount of moisturizer to keep your heels from getting cracked.
And of course, just a quick safety note. This is really just common sense for any outdoor activity. Watch where you're stepping. And just like you would before gardening or hiking, it's a good idea to make sure your tetanus vaccination is current.
So when you put it all together, it really seems like the Earth itself is one of the most powerful and overlooked health resources we have. It's like we're being invited to reconnect with our world in a way we're always meant to.
You know, after looking at all this evidence on sleep, stress, and pain, this is the powerful question the researchers themselves were left with. It really makes you think, could a profound cure have been right there the whole time? And now that invitation is for you. The only way to really know if it works is to try it for yourself. Find a nice patch of earth, slip off your shoes and socks, and just reconnect. See how you feel. Who knows? It might just be that simple, natural cure you've been searching for.
Hey, if this got you thinking, please support us by hitting that subscribe button, giving us a like, and turning on notifications. And if you really want to dive in, search for the Barefoot Walking National Movement headquarters on Neighbor Cafe. It's an awesome community where you can share information and your own experiences with others. Thanks so much for watching.